My fellow Americans, today I address you not only as your president, but as the commander-in-chief of a nation at war. I ran for this office with a clear promise: to restore activity, to give our people a cause worth rallying for, and to defend our republic against foreign adversaries. I promised war if provoked, and today we have it. We are fighting, we are rallying, and for the first time in years, our military is engaged with purpose. We are doing exactly what I said we would do. And yet, while our soldiers risk themselves in battle, a small group in the House of Representatives chooses this moment to launch articles of impeachment against both myself and the Vice President. Out of 7 or 8 members, depending on who you ask, they scrape together 3 votes, just 37% of the chamber, and call that an impeachment. That is not the voice of the people. That is a desperate political trick. Let us be clear. This is not about law. There has been no hearing. There has been no testimony. There has been no finding of fact. These charges were drafted behind closed doors, rushed out without due process, and not even tied to a single valid criminal statute. This is not a constitutional duty being carried out in good faith. It is a power grab. The very article they lead with, the declaration of war, is the weakest excuse imaginable. Members of their own caucus walked into that chamber. They voted, they presided, and today they fight under that same declaration they now claim was invalid. One even posted photographs of himself in battle, carrying out the very resolution he says never existed. If that is not hypocrisy, I don't know what is. So why this impeachment? Why now? Because these same voices could never defeat us at the ballot box. They win elections by default when no one shows up. They cling to inactivity because that is the only ground they can stand on. They do not want activity. They want silence. They do not want war. They want surrender. And so they seek to impeach, not because of a crime, but because they fear progress. This is not about me alone. It is about the Vice President as well, impeached without even being present at the so-called illegal session. Why? Because they want the Speaker of the House elevated to the presidency. It is the oldest, dirtiest trick in the book. Impeach everyone ahead of you in line until you crown yourself president. That is not democracy. That is not republicanism. That is the very corruption we were elected to end. My administration will not be distracted. We will not stand idle while our enemies laugh at our division. North Korea is watching. Cuba is watching. China is watching. And while these adversaries test missiles, raid us, and threaten our very security, Congress chooses to aim its fire inward against its own commander-in-chief. That is disgraceful. I say to the American people, this is not a crisis of the law. This is a circus of politics. And I will not resign. I will not be silenced. I will not allow this republic to be weakened by those who prize their own ambition above the nation's security. We will win this war. We will continue to revive this community. We will not falter. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
2, 1.